Between the end of October and the beginning of November 1922, Benito Mussolini's so-called March on Rome took place in Italy. This moment was of global importance. It marked the first fascist takeover of power in the world, set in place a regime which would govern for 20 years and inspired other far-right movements. It could reasonably be argued that without the March on Rome, Hitler's rise to power might never have happened, and the Second World War would not have taken place. From October 27, 1922 onwards, black-shirted fascists attacked and occupied government buildings, barracks and prisons across Italy. The local insurrections came on the back of violent activity that had effectively destroyed local democracy in numerous towns and cities and driven many socialists and trade unionists underground or into exile. The plan was then to take the capital itself, thus thousands of blackshirts began to march towards Rome. Given this situation, King Victor Emmanuel III, the head of state, was faced with a choice: mobilize the army against the fascists, or give in, but he chose the latter option. As a result, Mussolini was appointed prime minister. It seems likely that the king felt he could not count on the army to remain loyal in the face of the march, but there was also an element of self-interest. By appointing the head of an insurrection as prime minister, the king legitimized fascist violence and set himself up as a co-leader of the state. Once thousands of blackshirts finally reached Rome, the king saluted them from his balcony as they filed past. There was then an orgy of violence in the capital itself, directed largely against oppositionists, the free press, and anti-fascists. Dozens of people were killed, others were threatened. Many saw their homes trashed and sacked. It was a warning. Mussolini was in charge of this violence and could unleash it at any time, a threat he made explicitly in Parliament soon afterwards. Within a few years, the world's first fascist dictatorship was in place, and Italian democracy had been destroyed. Mussolini had never accepted the results of the 1919 elections and had vowed to overturn those shameful results by any means necessary. He did not claim those results were fraudulent, just that they were politically unacceptable and anti-national. Mussolini would rule until 1943, when he was arrested on the orders of the king as Italy's war effort fell apart. His ignominious end saw him hung up by his feet in front of a baying crowd in Milan after being shot by communist partisans as he tried to escape disguised as a German soldier.